Hello, hello, hello. James William Mugeni saying hello to Ugandans. James William Mugeni, a medical clinic officer by profession, a certified public manager, currently surviving in the United States. Fellow citizens, I want to make sure that history absolves me. I'm talking about Uganda, our country, Uganda, our motherland. Well, I will, I will, I will use a popular saying on how sin entered the world through one man, and hence we all die because we have all sinned. That's a Bible quotation. I might not be accurate with the scriptures, but it's a Bible quotation. But I want to use it and say, through one man with the 27 people, sin entered Uganda. And we are now all sinning because of one man and his 27 followers. Fellow citizens, homosexuality. When I saw today Hakana Rugunda, I saw a clip of Hakana Rugunda. Hakana Rugunda, this is James William Mugeni. I hope you can remember this face. Before I left for the United States in 2015, I was in your office. I wanted you just to mention that. I saw you talk about our culture. Our culture has never been a gun culture. Our culture has never been a culture of robbers who are robbing everything. Rugunda, you're a doctor that some of us used to respect. We respected you because we knew you had joined politics, and up there maybe the medical profession would prosper. It never happened. Rugunda and the team, homosexuality in secondary school is not there. It's not there. There are reproductive health issues in secondary schools. As a participant in the school health program, we made recommendations that require counseling services, that require mentoring and support to secondary schools. That has not been implemented under the school health program. Today we are jumping on schools. Nobody is telling, nobody is even caring. I saw a school asking for 4.5 million in school fees. Which parent in Eastern Uganda can afford that? And parents in Eastern Uganda have also jumped on the bandwagon talking about homosexuality. You know how religious we are in the East. You know how religious we are in the East. Some of us speak because of those strong religious backgrounds. We now have more churches than schools. We have young people spending sleepless nights in the churches. And yet homosexuality is the language that we are speaking. Fellow citizens, we have been taken for a ride for 40 years. And if you don't wake up, if we don't wake up, there will be no Ugandan left. Now homosexuality is being used to justify why they have closed offices that seem to support human rights. They think Ugandans now look at homosexuality as a human right only, not knowing that Ugandans are murdered, Ugandans are killed, Ugandans are tortured. Ugandans can't speak like I'm speaking. Janet Museveni, I once shared the same profession, not profession, but the same field with you. UWESO, Uganda's effort to save orphans. You were saving orphans because of HIV then. What about if you start saving orphans as a result of the guns? You only came and used HIV AIDS to elevate yourself. Museveni was known world over as somebody who championed the fight against HIV AIDS. That only lasted for a short time before he needed the money to bolster the army. Right now, the biggest problem we have in Uganda is the army. It's the armies. It's the marauding army. It's the big army. I come from a district where we're second to Karamoja in poverty. Second to Karamoja, a district with cement, a district with gold, a district with fish. Our poverty indicators are in dark red next to Karamoja. And you're talking about homosexuality. You're not talking about people who are stealing our wealth. You're not telling us about who is taking cement in Tororo and yet to have grass-thatched houses, mud and water in Tororo. Ugandans, wake up. Ugandans, wake up. I don't know how many times I have to call Ugandans to wake up. These people have taken us for a ride. It's during this time that we saw institutions burning. We saw Makerere burn. Hospitals have no drugs. And the parliament is discussing homosexuality. Schools in the eastern region are not performing. Some of us are speaking because we benefited from the order that was put in place for schools those days. Eastern Uganda can hardly send people to universities, and you're telling us about homosexuality. Fellow citizens, I speak because I want history to absolve me that I saw these guys came when I was old enough, at 59 years, almost 40 of my years with these guys. No way, no way, no way, no way. It's not homosexuality. It's about addressing the sin that entered Uganda through 27 men led by one almighty man, Kaguta Yoweri Museveni. Good evening.